Shadim Shari decided July 27th, 2021. Can you believe it? The end of July is almost here. Wow. All right, let's jump right into it. Um, the VIX. We are getting there. Okay, the last time that we got this high into the 19, we got to the 20s. So it's getting close. First, I'm raising cash in order to buy some good stuff if I can see it. Now, does that mean that the VIX is topped out and potentially come down again? It's possible. Look at year over year. Okay, this is on the left side is of course a year ago. You have the spike in the VIX in late July into August, and then it came down. But look at, and then of course it ramped up September and October, right? And look at where the S&P. See, I have a comparison here. You have the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq. Okay, the Nasdaq is a purple. The S&P 500 is a green. It's blue. I mean, look at what happened last year. Last year, July was the short-term, near-term top for both indices, and they both declined into the October low. Is history going to repeat? Possibly, possibly, right? We all know how ugly October can be with tax loss selling. So it can't. It does not mean that we can go higher. We can bounce here and then still go down into the end of October. What I'm saying is this right here could be the near-term top for both indices or basically for the entire market. We can go choppy sideways and downward for the rest of the next 3 months. All right, so election cycle, that might be a little bit different, but I still think history will rhyme, and as in the previous two times, when the VIX crossed 20, giddy up, okay, giddy up, deploy that cash because good return is here. Well, good return can be had, um, and we all know for those that bought big in the big dip last October, you're rewarded very quickly by the end of December. So get ready. Okay, so I'm going to take out the remove. Yes, let's take out the comparison. Remove, yes. And then of course, it's been so long since I do. One thing I hate is after you do that with the Thinkorswim, then it adjusts this into percentage. Okay, and I don't want that. I want it to be not percentage. Okay, back to where we are. All right, so that you can see it peaked over 19. It got real close. I like to see it in the 2021, but at the same time, I'm aware that it might be saving it for the October soon. Okay, so we'll see. Certainly, it was good to know that cautious was warranted. Okay, let's jump real quick to the crypto stuff. Bitcoin, it's up into the trim zone. Yes, yes, right. I'm waiting for my IBIT trim order is of course in for a trim more at 70, 74. Yeah, and then of course up there 76, Okay, just got to do with the TSA. Now Ethereum, the ETF landed with a dud. Not a surprise because Grayscale is gonna have the same outflow nonsense that you gotta deal with. But it's doing okay, right? Now, would I buy Ethereum down here at 2,800? Absolutely, absolutely. Okay, so I'm fine with holding it until I see 4,000 ish for now. All right, let's go to the indices. DIA, middle of nowhere. Would I short DIA if I see a massive pop into the 413, 414 range? The answer is yes. But until then, it's in the middle of nowhere. I'm not doing anything there. SPY came down into the 50 and bounced and hold. Does that mean that it's over? We'll find out next week. Okay, depend on we're in earnings season here. The big boy earning is going to be the driver. So let's see. Let me see. As you can see, it almost, for the most part, it did fill the gap. Maybe not to the penny, but it did, which was what I thought. For those that follow me in the chat group, I talk about how on this day here, as it was declining heavily into the 50 MA, I said fill the gap is the likely destination at 537, and it got to 537.45. Okay, so it trade very technically. Okay, and then now it bounced and hold the 50, also very technically. I thought, real quickly, yesterday surprised me more than the previous day. This did not surprise me. Okay, on Wednesday when we had this big bloodbath, this did not surprise me, and I thought we will have a repeat of Thursday. For those that follow the market, okay, let's do this. Let's do this real quick. Time frame. Let's do it. Okay, so this right here is Thursday. Let's zoom in on Thursday. Okay, this is Thursday. Thursday, you have this opening down, hit 537.45. You see right here, and then it rise. And for those in the chat group, you can look at the timestamp at this point right here, at around 11. I posted a comment that I said, "Do not buy this bounce as the bottom." Okay, I kind of want people that to me this seemed very fake. And sure, was I wrong for 2 hours? Yeah. And then it reversed almost everything by the end of the day. So that was pretty ugly. Okay, and I thought yesterday was going to be the same thing. Okay, I thought we're going to have one of those fake out nonsense yesterday, and we almost did. Okay, so this is yesterday. It started out not so good. It bounced. I thought for sure when I saw this move here, I'm like, oh, here we go. But it did okay. It didn't do as good. Okay, it didn't do as good. Well, it didn't do as bad. I mean, as the previous day. So a win, no matter what. The question is, what now with the SPY? If I see something in this range here, like between 560 and 565, would I short again? I'll do a bear spread, yes. But for now, if it come down to 527, 528, yeah, I say it's a buy. Okay, I don't see any reason yet for the market to go through some kind of massive move down to the 200-day moving average. I don't see it. Can it happen down the road? Yes, but I just don't see a reason right now that can drive it all the way down there. Okay, so I'm not. I'm neutral on the market. Can the market go down? Yes, but I don't see a massive draw. QQQ, same thing as far as behave technical. Now the QQQ is much weaker, right? So you're talking slicing through the 20, the 50, and basically bounce off the 100. Okay, basically it came down to a support slash channel, right? And it better hold. Okay, it better hold. I'll make that purple. Okay, so yes, TA wise, we trade very TA wise. Okay, so it came down. Definitely, I'm not as bearish on the QQQ compared to the SPY. I won't say I'm bullish either, but at the same time, it came down to a key support area here. Unless the Max 7 bomb on earning, I do think we, we already have a 9 points. I think it's not quite exactly 10%, but it is over 9.5%. Okay, as far as the decline from top to bottom. So we have the correction that was much needed, right? Um, we have basically returned to 2 months ago. Can you believe it? May 24th was when we were here. Okay, so yeah, it wiped out 2 months of gain in 2 weeks. Nasty, but it is in the oversold uh, area. So if you feel like buying QQQ, this is not a bad area. If you want to be safe, sell put down here 447. Okay, that will be the full retracement from the previous high. Okay, so yeah. Now if I yeah, for now that's good enough for the cube. Okay, now IWM no doubt held up, right? Because as I mentioned, lower rate is good for small cap. And if you have exposure to small cap, as many people I know have, especially in the small biotech area, you have done well. All right, let's move on to TLT. I kind of skip over TLT. Normally I have TLT before the indices, but I kind of jump ahead because I was comparing the VIX with the indices. So now TLT, yeah, it's 93-ish. What can we say? It's gonna bounce around here until here's a good news. Okay, higher low is in, right? It's very clear that the trend is higher. It just had to grind through, you know, whatever nonsense country, China, Japan, selling treasury in order to prop up their currency. Um, it's not China. China economy is so bad, they don't mind that the currency is weaker compared to the dollar. Not to say that the Bank of China is not selling. We don't know. we usually don't know until much later. Okay, but for now, since we're talking about TLT, let's take a look real quick at the dollar versus the yen. Okay, I thought I shown this chart to some people. I'm not sure if I ever shown this on the live stream, but I talk about it many times. Okay, this white line is to me key, and I'm not surprised at all. I talk about how I think the Bank of Japan are aiming to drive the dollar yen into this area, and sure enough, it happened, and then it has bounced. Okay, it is what it is. TLT should do a lot better, should, but it has not because of that. Okay, and at least I think the selling pressure is uh, off. That's why you don't see this decline that you see. But no doubt, it has been a frustrating hole since the end of the year. Look at this, since Christmas, the end of the year, right? Come on, right? A 5% decline? What? Nonsense. If anything, it should be up there. Okay, but it is what it is. The big return will come. We just have to wait a little bit longer. But yeah, no doubt, this has hurt the performance of my account when it is a third of the account and it's down 5%. Nonsense. Max 7. Let's talk Max 7. Okay. Let's start out with the big one. NVIDIA. Look, came down to the fib and bounce. Okay. Yeah. I bought at 115, 108, 107. Yeah, it's I bought. I am not quite. I'd say about not quite a third of what I had as far as max Nvidia holding. Not quite a third yet. So I add, but not a lot because it's no rush. Now, if it get down to 103, well, that's gonna be a big order. Okay, if it get down to 103, I think the order that I have would bring me to half back in and all back in if I see 97, right? So that's where I am. Okay, as far as my desire on how much I want to allocate to Nvidia, it will be half at 104 and full back in at 97. Giddy up, okay? Meta, nice bounce off the fib. Yeah, I'm fine with that. Meta, I'm fine. Would I add? Yeah. Would I add a lot at 431? Yes, but keep in mind, in general, I am not a fan of adding big before earning, and the earning are coming. Okay, they are coming. Not for Nvidia. Nvidia got a long way to go, but the Meta, the Google, the Microsoft, they're coming soon. Okay, so I don't want to jump ahead. Okay, I'm willing to take the risk that I will miss out on making more money by adding more share right here, but it's too risky to add into earning, especially with Meta. I like Meta. No doubt the ad money is going to be booming with all the political ad that you see everywhere. What's scaring the market for the past 2 weeks on Meta is the slowing consumer spending. We all know Meta do a lot of commerce through Instagram and Facebook, and that is where the weakness can be. The question is the weakness? Here's my prediction. The ad, the boom in the ads is more than enough to mitigate the slowdown in commerce. But no matter what, the market will overly focus on the weakness in commerce and beat down Meta. Okay, so I am wary that we're gonna have. You see this last earning? Yeah. Can we see a nasty gap down to the 200? Yeah, it can happen. Okay, it can happen on earning. $30 is not $35 is not very far away. The last time it dropped a lot more. It dropped 60, 70. Okay, so trust me, be wary. Be wary. It would be an easy buy on a gap down. Okay, Google, nasty, so nasty. Wow. Okay, but I'm once again, I'd add, but I am nowhere near maximum Google ownership compared to what I had. Okay, I trim Google, I trade in and out of Google, but for now, yes, I did buy, um, but it's hard to buy into earning. Now, would I buy on the gap fill at 156 and the 200 at 152? Absolutely. Oh my goodness. Okay, trust me. If Google come down to the 200 as it did way back last March, well, yeah, yeah, it had run a lot, a lot, a lot. Think about this. Google was 129 for mega cap. It did insane. Okay, insane. So I had my cash ready, 25% cash. It can happen. Okay, but well, the good news is uh, Google earning came out already. So I am more inclined to add to Google than Meta. That's why I add more Google than Meta. And now that earning is behind it, I will add on weakness. Because what happened is, if the overall QQQ in the market get dragged down, Google will likely get dragged down in sympathy with the rest of the market. So yeah, would I buy at 161? Yes. Would I buy at the gap fill? Yes. Would I buy a whole lot at the 200? Yes. But out of the max 7, the one that already have earning get my attention. I'm selling put spread. I'm doing all kind of stuff to make money there. Okay. Microsoft definitely oversold once again. Came down to 61.8 fib. So yeah, I like it here a lot. I would love it to stay here. This is not a bad spot to buy for those that are bullish on Microsoft medium term, short term, or long term. Okay, I like Microsoft here, but once again, because earning is coming up, I don't want to take that risk. I like to see down here, if it dumped down to 402, 400, between 400 and 402, bring the bus. Get me a bus. Okay, forget the truck. I want a bus. I want a bus, a school bus, a yellow bus. Bring me the bus. Oh, yes, yes. But yeah, I talked all week for the past 3 days. I said the market trade very TA wise. Look, it came down to all the support and yeah, it's don't ignore it. Okay, don't ignore it. Netflix earning is behind Netflix. Okay, would I sell put spread down here in the 615 range? Yes, I've been doing that. I like it. Okay, keep doing it. Hey, if Netflix come down below 615, I would love to buy Netflix at 612. That was where my order was on the earning day. It never get down there. But if it does get down there, giddy up. But for now, I think 615, 610 put spread is okay with me. Okay, I'm willing to take that risk and to even own 100 share outright at 615. Amazon, I did buy. Yes, I did buy. Okay, a little bit. I had almost no Amazon up here, and here, yeah. Would I buy more Amazon at 175? Yeah, 170. Yeah, I have ordered at 175. Okay, and then a much bigger order at 174, and then of course bring the bus at 166. Okay, bring 166 and 164. Bring the bus. Bring the bus. Okay, it can happen. Okay, it can happen. All right, I think we're done with the Max 7, right? Unless I missed something. Oh, Tesla. Duh. Last one. Tesla. I sold put spread. Would I want to go long? I sold put spread down here. 205, 200. All right. Would I buy the share outright at 212? Yeah. Fill the gap and I'm in. Okay. If you bought down here and you didn't trim up here, what are you doing? What Kool-Aid are you drinking? Not the yellow one, right? Don't mistake the Kool-Aid with something else. uh, the coat, the coat, the coat. Okay, now that we're done with the Max 7, let's talk a little chip. Now, the one thing I did buy the most was TSM. Okay, I sold the most. I sold a 3 put spread that expired yesterday, so it's a good thing. Am I still down on the position? Yes, because I start to buy here, right? I start to buy here. I bought here. I sold put spread down there. It was crazy. At one point when I was selling put spread at 150, and I'm like, okay. I even sold put spread when it was 157. I sold 3 put spread. The highest one was 157.5 on this day. Well, on this day, okay. But then it came down here, so I sold 152.5. And on this day, I'm just like, what is slicing through? So I sold 150, 145. So I had 3, and then all 3 expired worthless yesterday. But I was willing to let all 3 assign. To be honest, that's how much I like TSM. Um, uh, yeah, it's a no-brainer. Okay, it's no-brainer. I like TSM here. Would I put spread in the 150 and below? Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, the 61.8 fib is 151.36. So I don't mind selling 150, 145 put spread until the cows come home. Okay, earning is behind it. I like it. Marvell, I also bought. Okay, this is it. 66, 65, 64. Yeah, I start to buy below 66. I bought at 64 and 75, I think. And then I had an order at 64, 63, and it came down to ref low. Look at that. Okay, it came down to ref low and bounce. That's fine. I would like to add more. So any weakness below 65, I will add. I have more order in at 64.8 for now. I have 64.8, 64, 63. Okay, I have 3 order in to add a whole lot. I add small so far, but yeah, I like Marvell here. But even adding a lot is not a lot. it's still small because, like I said, there's earning risk coming in, so no need to go crazy there. Okay. All right, I'm done with the chip. Pharma, FV. Let's talk FV. Congratulations for those that I'm all out. I am all out. I had 300 shares down here. Okay, I'm out. Okay, is there more room? Where else can it go? Okay, sure. It hit another. What is this yellow trend line? What is that? What is that? Let's pin back 3 years. It's kind of nonsense. Okay, I would remove this thing. It's not really a good line. Let's remove this. Um, let's remove a lot of stuff that is no longer relevant. Okay, because sometimes you put in a line, you think it's going to mean something, and it really doesn't mean anything. Um, yeah, let's clean this up. Okay, I'm even going to remove this. When things are removed like this, yeah, I think that says it all. Okay, so congratulations, in order. Okay, it's in rare air now. Rare air. Okay, now since it's in rare air, this is what you should do. It's time to get out this fib. Say bye bye. Remove, and let's do um, fib extension instead. Okay, let's see where it can go. That was the previous high. Okay. Okay, there you go. So if you're curious and you still have FV, 194-ish is the potential next destination. Can it happen? Maybe. I don't know. I just know that I want out. But if you have it, congratulations. If you bought in the 160, even in 170 down to 160, you can't complain, right? JSK, which I liked. I'm not trimming until I see 41. Okay, if I see 41, I trim. Okay, would I buy more in the 39? Yeah. If it come down into the 20, I'm adding a whole lot. Okay, I like it. I was worried. I bought on this here, right? And I was worried that it can fill the gap, so I didn't buy more. I had ordered to buy fill the gap. It never get there. But for now, it's over the 20 into the 200, and if it come down to 39, I'm buying a whole lot. Okay, because I like it. I like it. Pfizer. Okay, give me a second here. Do something with my phone. But I like Pfizer. No doubt about that. Okay, no doubt. I like Pfizer. Question is it done for now? Um, Earnings coming up, right? So I think earning should be okay. I'm not worried about earning with Pfizer. Um, but I do look to trim above. Okay, I saw a cover call already, but I got plenty of share. One is not, you know, if the cover call get assigned this coming Friday, I'm not gonna complain about it, all right? Because it would be a spot that I want to trim as well, so it's not outlandish to do a cover call where up here. I wrote a cover called Way at 32. Basically, it will give me a 20% return because, hey, if you bought, I removed, for those that remember, there was a key downtrend that it crossed. I remove it because it's over as far as that downtrend. But once it crossed that trend and I was bullish, buying below 27 into 26, well, guess what? A 20% return is coming. Okay, so can't be too greedy. Even though I do think within the next 12 months we can see something like up there in the upper 30s, if not 40. Okay, so that's the ultimate goal, but I'm not gonna buy and hold and hope. Okay, it's a trade. If I get up to 32, fine. I can always buy on pullback. Okay, but for now, it's good. If you bought into Pfizer in the 27, like I did, what is there to complain, right? What is there to complain? Eli Lilly, I added. Okay, I like it here. I add at 806, 808. Yeah, yesterday I bought. Thursday I bought. I got more order at 800, more order at 782. Right. So yeah, come down to fill that gap at 786, and I will buy a whole lot, Okay, it's still very small. At this point I'm thinking about 10% back. Yeah, about 10% back. So yeah, I got a long way to go. Okay, a long way to go compared to where it was. Okay, I trim a lot from here to there. From here to there, I trim like 95% of my holding. All right, so it's up right now. I'm 10% back. So I got a lot of money to deploy, and I'm gonna be patient with my next order at 800. I'm leaving it there. I was tempted to buy more at 804, but I was like, no, let's just leave it at 800 and 784. Okay, that's a two big spot. I got out of Vertex at 500. If you follow technical, there are what they call a tweezer. Okay, that's a term I don't talk about often. Tweezer is when you have a double wick like this, when you have basically almost the exact same movement where it's like nasty up down, nasty like that. Yeah, that's what they call a tweezer. When you have a tweezer at the all-time high, usually that equate to the top is in. Okay, keep that in mind. If in the next 2 weeks and Vertex come down to 473, I buy back. Okay, $25, $27 below the exit point, plus 473, 471-ish area is the area of consolidation. That's the spot to buy. Okay, I'm not going to worry about paying $5 more or less in this range, but to me, 475 down to 469 is decent to re-enter into Vertex. But for now, I'm out. Amgen is hot, but it came into resistance here. Okay, so yeah, it's when you see something like this, it's time to go. Okay, near term, it's time to go. But yeah, money is flowing into pharma and biotech. That's for sure. Okay, that's for sure. XBI. If you want to look at biotech, XBI, time to go. Okay, it's wow, not a surprise, right? For those that are heavy into pharma and biotech, as I was, keyword was, you get the reward this week. So it's time to go left and right. Okay, it's time to go. J and J, time to go. Time to go. Okay, it's no if buts about it. It's time to go. Last one of the farmer, VKTX. Time to go. Okay. Look, double tweezer. Okay, double tweezer. Okay, time to go. It's they sucked in the FOMO people, paying 68, 70. That's crazy, crazy. Okay, no, I'm out. I'm out completely. Out. Now, what would I do? What's the plan for VKTX now that I'm out on a pullback? If I see this thing can come back to 56 in a hurry, my plan is to sell naked put. If I see, I'm gonna put a alert right here. Okay, create alert. It's if it drop below 60. Sell puts. So on a pullback, if I get this alert, I'm selling 56 naked put, 54 naked put. Okay, it is that simple. Even 53 naked put. But I plan to sell between 2 and 4 naked put if this alert go off. But the highest would be 56 and the lowest would be 53. That's the plan. Can it be lower? Yeah, but that would be the 4th, 5th, 6th put. Oh, people go crazy. You know, this equate to the drawdown in Eli Lilly, right? This big pop here with the news, they came out with intention and planning to enter into phase 3 of their drug by the end of the year. Let me repeat that, by the end of the year. Remember when, if you follow Vikings long enough, when over the past 2 months, there have been 2 other company, I think 2, right? Correct me if I'm wrong, but there was 2 other weight loss drug from 2 other company that came out with good phase 1 result. Phase 1, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. And it dragged down Viking. Okay, so that's just the way it is. Okay, this is on this ugly day right here. At least 1. Okay, I could be wrong about 2, but so for now, the fever will break and then it will come down and reality will be a chance for us to get back in. It is that simple. Rocket, time to go. Time to go. I sold all the share that I could that doesn't have a cover call. But it is time to go. Okay? Remember Rocket get beat down because they have to extend the paperwork needed to get approval. And my God, fear was high into the low 20, but it's back to where it's time to go. Would I buy back? Would I trim in the low 20s? Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so okay, done with pharma, done. Let's talk about banks. I'm out of TD, out. Okay, if you have it, you should go. Wells Fargo, I still have. Okay, the trim order is at 61, and it's on a pop to 61, I'll be out. I don't have that many shares, but I'll be out. Okay. Goldman Sachs, if you have it, trim 509, 510. You know, I forget 509. I will put an order in at 510 just so that if it's a week to all-time high, you trim. Okay. as far as stop, you can use a 20, right? It's kind of far at 481, right? I'm not a big fan when when a stop can be that far ahead. Yeah, I'm not a fan. It's too far. Okay, so you can pick, you know, 485 or something higher, but to me, using 480.3 is way too far. Way too far. That's too much to give back. Like America came down to 20. Would I buy at 40? Yeah. Come down to the 50? Yeah. Come down. It need to come down. Okay. It's just too much. Too much. Would I buy at 38.7 ish? Wherever the 100 is? Yes, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. In fact, I will put an alert right here at 40 so that I know that it's breaking support. Now, the one that I'm focusing on is Schwab. Okay. On this nasty move, I bought 100 shares and have 200 assigned. I sold 100 yesterday. I have 3 cover calls that I wrote at 67, 1 at 67 and 2 at 68. Early Friday, I closed out the 268 for 5 cents each. And then I sold 68 for next week cover calls. The 67, I watch it closely, basically the last half an hour, because I want it gone. So I put it in an order and it triggered to close out the 67 call for 5 cents as well. And I sold it outright at 66.9. Okay, so I'm glad I did that because it dropped all the way down to 66.6 by the end of, within the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes, it dropped down even more. I did have ordered in to sell 2 naked puts for next week at 65 and 64, and they both trigger. And that's fine. I don't mind at all adding 200 share at 65 and 64 next Friday if that happens. Okay, I do like Schwab down here. I do not mind. I don't need to buy more TLT. I do think the bigger bang for the buck is with Schwab. Okay, basically it's the same trade as far as wanting to make money on falling yield, and to me the bigger bang for me is in Schwab. Okay, TLT can go up 10%, but if TLT go up 10% from here, I think Schwab can go up 20%. Just saying. When it comes down to it, my approach is the eye on the price is not fixed on anything. I'm fixed on bigger bang. My eye is fixed on bigger return in the same time frame. Okay, so if I think TLT can go up 10% from 93 to 102, I think Schwab can go back to up here. Okay, it's it's they came down because of the exposure to treasury. Okay, you're talking they have a lot of treasury that hurt their balance sheets, and that's why they stopped stock buyback, and that's what drove this down. They in the earning they said we're not buying back stock yet, and oh my god, scare, fear, anger, blah blah blah. Thank you, the market, for that overreaction. That's all I gotta say. All right, let's move on to energy. Before let's do one more. I like Visa. Okay. Um, yeah, I bought more. Okay, I bought not a lot, but for sure, I bought at 254. I had ordered in at 252. I don't believe that trigger. I gotta check. I don't believe 252 was ever triggered. But that's where my order was 258, 256, 254, and then 252. 252 never. I'm leaving the 252. In fact, I would increase that order at 252 to a much bigger quantity. Much bigger quantity. I was ready to double up down there based on what I bought so far, but I want to change it to triple up or quad up down here. Okay, because once again, earning is behind it. I like it on a pullback to 252. So give me 252 and I will triple up or quad up. All right, now we're done with financial. Let's move to energy. I like what I see here in USO. I saw a naked put. I might sell more, all the way down to 72. Okay, this is good. This is good for CPI. This is good for PPI. Look, look at the end of this is the end of May. End of May. The end of June. Okay, so this did not help CPI or PPI, and this concerned me. Okay, the first 2 weeks of July concerned me because yeah, it's this is nonsense, absolute nonsense. Okay, I can't stress high enough that this is nonsense. I don't care what narrative you want to spin. It's nonsense. This makes more sense. Okay, we all know consumer is hurting. What is the narrative here? Can somebody explain to me what is going on in the first week of July that have USO over 80? What is it? Is demand booming? Is China economy come off the mat and they're buying oil hand over fist? What is it? What is it that people think oil should be back to near 52-week high? Nonsense. Part of me wish I shorted. Okay, it's just so stupid. It makes no sense. And the nonsense ended. Um, keep in mind, I have been saying this for the past 2 years plus. If and when we are in a recession, we are going to see a new 52-week low. Okay, there is no such thing as high oil when energy is crashing. When the market is crashing, economy is crashing, energy will crash. It is that simple. Okay, I'm not saying it's happening yet. That's why I'm willing to sell put in the low 70s. It's okay. There's a range to trade here. But make no mistake, if we're in a full-blown recession and the Fed is cutting rate in December, all that stuff into next year, USO would be in trouble. Okay, this is a short-term trade, just like it's my short-term trade in CTRA. I don't mind buying it here. In fact, I don't mind adding more. Okay, yeah, I don't mind adding more. Would I sell up there? Maybe. Would I sell up here? Yeah, but CTRA, I don't mind. Just like Chesapeake, I bought two. Okay, I bought two, but I want it to come down more. Okay, I want Chesapeake to come down to 74. Okay, it's still a very small position, but I'm willing to buy a whole lot more down here. But for now, it's okay. Right? For now, I bought a little bit, but boy, if I see 74, yeah, I got a big order down there that would triple up easily the position I have. So yeah, come on down. I like Chesapeake. LNG came down. No touch. Okay, this does not look healthy. This make no sense, but hey, if you had it, congratulations. I got out way early. Okay, I bought down here just as I have been doing for a few months. Buy down here, trim up there, works 3 or 4 times in a row, and then it went crazy. No, no, there is no touch there. Okay, Slumber J, I still hold. I have, and sure, was it a mistake to stay greedy here? Yeah, not gonna lie, but not that the reality is I don't buy that they are gonna be booming in business because the narrative that President Trump is gonna return and as he say, drill baby drill, and people get all giddy up, and the more likely that he's gonna win into November is gonna be the narrative that push Halliburton and Slumber J higher. Okay, would I buy the dip in Slumber J if I see right now the position is in money, right? So because I bought Slumber J here, I start to buy it here, add more down here. So yeah, it's in the green. But if the narrative push this thing into 55 into November or into year end, yeah, okay, yeah, okay, do it, do it, okay. If it doesn't, let me put it this way: it better get it done in early October. If it stay down here by early October, what do you think is going to happen? Tax loss selling. Okay, so there is a chance to get out between now and before October into the 55. But if it doesn't get there, I'm getting out. Okay, if if Slumber J for whatever reason stay in this range by October, I'm selling out. It is that simple because I don't need to be here for the tax loss dump. But here's a big but. If there's a tax loss pressure to knock it down into this range in October, by the end of October, back up the bus. Take the bus. Take the bus. Go big, big, bigly, bigly, bigly. Okay, bigly, bigly into Slumber J. End of October, tax loss selling into the low 40. Okay, because you can get a massive return by Christmas. Halliburton. Yeah, same thing. Okay, same thing. Tax loss selling. Okay, I'm less bullish on Halliburton. Um, Once again, it was a mistake. I have no problem admitting the mistake. Okay, the Halliburton compared to Slumber J has had more exposure internationally. Okay, so drill baby drill, no doubt have more benefit to Slumber J. As far as the narrative, I don't buy that's gonna be. We are at maximum drilling and pumping and pulling oil out of the ground right now. Maximum. Make no mistake about it. Okay, whatever nonsense lie narrative they spin over the past 4 years, because I'm not a fan of Biden, but any narrative that Biden hurt energy with his policy is nonsense. He may have different policy than President Trump, but at the end of the day, the data is the data. We are pumping more oil right now than we were under President Trump. Yes, more. So stop the nonsense, okay? Stop listening to the lies. Stop repeating the lies. Stop being ignorant and stupid. But yes, same thing here. Tax loss selling. If it does come off the mat, Next time Halliburton come back to 36, 37, I'm out because I do think tax loss selling is coming, and then I don't need to back up the bus on Halliburton. Okay, if I'm gonna back up the bus, an opportunity present for Schlumberger, I am going with Schlumberger. Before I go, let's end this stream on gold. Come back into support. I bought. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Come down. Boy, would I love to see it come down to 215, 214 range. Okay. If it does, I go double up. I mean, gold had been slowly been added along the way, and it is making good money. I'm not complaining. Okay, but I really want to add even more, a lot more. Okay, I have room for a lot more, and gap fill at 216 ish, between 216 and 214. I want to double up. That's how bullish I am on gold. You know, and yeah, I mean, I'm bullish, but make no mistake, I think there are bigger percentage return elsewhere, right? So, yeah, buying gold here at 214, 216 is 10% return easy, yeah. But I think there is a lot bigger return elsewhere. So I will add to gold, but make no mistake, depending on where Schlumberger is in October, capital can be deployed somewhere else. I'm flexible. GDX. Cover call, deploy again. I add a whole lot. I add a whole lot. Between 36.2 and 36, I add a whole lot. Okay, so I like it. As much as I added, it's still not to where I was maximum GDX. At one point, I think I have maybe even 200 more share that I have right now. It's a sizable position. You know, I can tell you that I have almost 700 shares of GDX. So it's a sizable position. At one point, I have 900 or more. Okay, so there was time where there was a lot more GDX, but for now, I have like roughly around 700, which is fine. If the share get called away as it was back here, fine. At 38, take it. I will flip and sell naked put at 37, as I did. Okay, and yeah, it's I like GDX. And last of the day, FNV, easy buy. Okay, if it come down to 122, 121, you should buy. If you don't have FNV, if it come up to 130, trim. 130, 132, trim. Okay, but for me, I have been trading FNV, so for me, I like it here. Would I add at 122? Yes. Would I add at 120? I have ordered in at 121. So if it come down and tests the 100 MA, heck yes. I do have a lot of FNV. That's why, you know, I mean, I don't need to pile into GDX, but I do have a lot of FNV as well. So I have a decent exposure to gold and gold related stuff in my portfolio. And that's it for today. Have a good weekend. Bye bye.